Everyone, this is Villains the Man, bringing you session 22 of our D&D 5th edition game, The Ancient War Reborn. I'm your DM, JBD.
Hey guys, I am Evan the Great from the Villains the Man. I'm playing Luta, Silverstring, the Elven Bard / Paladin. We've previously been knocked out and drugged to God knows where.
All right, go ahead and give me a recap on all that.
So we are in the wilderness, and that's the best way I can describe it. We get ambushed by, what is it, how many orcs and ogres and giants?
Just ogres.
A shit ton. Everybody's scared to death. We thought it was the end. But luckily they're not there. They wasn't there to kill us at that point. They knocked us all unconscious. I think I was like the third one to get knocked out, so I can't remember what happened after that.
Second.
Yes, yeah. So bad news bears, is how they say. And I guess that's where we're going. That's the last thing Luta remembers. Is, oh shit, there's giants, and yeah.
So
we was on our way to.
You look Barnast.
Yeah.
You're gonna circle back around. So these ogres had come rushing through the forest at you guys after you had spotted two cultists, and like Roland, you took a really good beating.
Yeah.
You were knocked unconscious. You were stunned.
It was true.
Now, before you guys came this way, you were in the north, and it's winter time, and it is frigid up there. Now, you know, as you move down south, it gets a little bit warmer, but it's still cold. Well, as these giants are dragging you, falling in and out of consciousness, they drag you through Parnast, and next thing you know, you're on a giant-sized castle made of ice, and it's almost like you're back in the north again. These ogres, they drag you through the hallways, and you're just trying to stay awake, and you just keep fluttering in and out of consciousness. And you see the other ones being drug around with you. And as you open your eyes, this wall opens up. The sheet of ice does. And they throw you in this cell by yourself. One of the ogres gets behind you, and he raises your hands up like this. And ice shoots out from the floor, and it balls around your fist to keep your fist balled together. At that time, also, ice shoots up from the floor and comes up to almost your knees, holding your legs in place, but allowing you to bend down and you could sit if you wanted to. Now, much like Roland, you took a good beating, so you're kind of in and out of consciousness and whatnot. Eventually, you come to. And it seems like you're here forever. There's no one else here. You've been stripped of all your possessions but clothing, just something minimal to keep you warm. And what to you, it seems like hours go by. You're cold. You can see your breath. Your teeth are chattering. And the wall opens up. And in comes two people and a cloaked figure that you've never seen. First person that comes in is a half black dragon, and she carries a great big wicked looking great sword that's as tall as her. She's like 7 foot, and the sword, when you see it, its whole blade, it's got a big ebon blade on it, and the first thing you can think of is when you were at Nightstone and what had happened there, and where the townsfolk had told you that when the fire giants pulled the rock out, it looked like a giant black blade. Nowhere near the size of this, but that's the first thing that comes to mind when you see this sword. With her, roll me a history or arcane knowledge, whichever one that you've got.
Arcane? 11.
Okay. You listening to 15. But with her comes a human male. He's completely bald. And he has tribal tattooing around his forehead, and he wears all red leather armor, kind of outlined in black, carries a red cloak. Roll me a perception. Hey,
Roll that 20. So altogether that is like a 23.
Swinging behind him off of his hip, you see Orid's wife.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, and you see it swinging off his hip. And he carries a staff with a red gem attached to it on the top. And with them is a cloaked figure who you cannot see at all. And they're probably maybe about 6 foot, a little over, just based on their height. They stand there with hands in their robes so you can't see them.
Yeah.
This black dragon, a name comes to mind, a name you've heard before.
I used to know it.
Resmir.
Yeah, Resmir.
And she comes.
She got a lot of people killed.
And yeah, she's
She almost had me killed.
she looks you over and she finds your Harper tattoo because you've been stripped of everything. She says, Harper agent, not what I expected.
What did you expect?
The Order of the Gauntlet, not surprising, but a Harper agent running with one, I'm not expecting it. Not based on the others.
She don't say nothing.
She's like, I have a question for you. How would you feel that if someone, one of your allies, the dwarf, the elf, the half-breed bastard, or even the female human or the little goblin, had the chance to set you free, and they didn't take it? How does that make you feel?
This is the cloak figure, or
No, this is the black dragon.
Black
The
dragon,
other
okay.
two stand back towards where you think the door is. And now this cell is huge. It's made for a giant. And you're the only ones there. Now you can move during this. Like you can stand up, move around. Your hands are free. They're just bound. Roll me a perception as you're talking to her. You know what? No. Keep the perception you have while I go looking. You notice that she's missing a finger. This one, on this hand.
tell her I put others in front of myself. If I'm the one to get sacrificed to free my friends because they didn't want to free me, then I feel that we're better off that way.
She said, what if I told you one of them sold you out? What if one of them told me exactly what you were? What if one of them told me about Leosin and how he'd been tracking us? And if it wasn't for you, you would have never known about me. Now, anything you feel that you need to roll?
Yeah.
Perception and insight, persuasion, deception, you feel the need to roll that because I will roll them against you.
Yeah. I tell her I've trusted many in my day, and I've actually had several betray me. So it wouldn't be the first if I had an ally who's actually an enemy.
She tells you, and you do.
In due time, will I find out who this person is?
You ask her that.
Yeah.
Perhaps. She's like, but I'm willing to trade information for information. And where your friends would not take the chance for one of your freedoms, maybe I'll allow you your own.
So what do you need? What do you need from me that you don't already know? Seems like you know quite a bit.
She says, some. She asked you, who are your allies? Where are their locations?
I'm guessing it's out here.
And she looks at the cell.
We got attacked and drugged across the lands. Unless one of them happened to break free.
She takes a deep breath and hesitates. She's not your friends. Everyone outside of Parnast, those who plot against us, those who know what we're up to, those like Leosin, those who know quite a bit about us.
I'll tell you things you don't know, my master Leosin. He taught me everything I know.
He's meddled in my affairs before.
But I keep getting caught, so I keep failing him.
She says, you were doomed from failure from the start. You're a fool to think that you can prevent me from bringing the Queen of Dragons to this world.
That's what we were set forth to do.
And it seems you have failed. But I'm here to give you the opportunity to serve a new master. One more powerful than Cloth.
You know of him?
Everyone knows of the great red worm of the north. He's very powerful.
He's my ally.
Is he? Do tell. How did one such as weak as you come to call Cloth an ally?
He found us with a flying ship. Gave it to us as a gift. Persuasion to work with him.
She looks towards this man in red, and he looks at her, kind of just like shrugs his shoulders like he doesn't know what you're talking about. Continue.
I described the ship in full detail. It's ran by loyal followers.
To you or to the dragon?
To Cloth. But they are under my command right now.
She said, so.
They fly this airship.
So you could call them here?
Yes.
Interesting. Now why would Cloth give you such a thing? Obviously, knowing the dragon, he wants something in return.
That's why I tell her he believes in what we do, but I have not asked him why he wants us. He just gives us that as a gift to show us that he is, he's on our side. Whatever, to my knowledge, I'm not sure, he does not want the rise of this dragon, because it probably will enter in his affairs.
She snarls at you. She says, why?
I tell her, for what I know and learned, he's the be-all, end-all, and when this thing rises, he won't be. Deception? I don't know how much of a lie that is.
That's actually not a lie. That's what he wants.
That's basically the truth, but I'm spinning it because he never told me that. I'm just making that hard up. I'm using my brain.
Well, no, actually, Delsephine told me.
Yeah, she told us that, but I said he told me that.
Okay, well, yeah, if you want to consider that as a lie, you can go ahead.
Was there a deception for that?
Yeah, I have a 8 on it inside.
I rolled an 11 on my die.
Okay, so she believes you. You can tell that she's very angry when you said that. And she kind of shakes her head and kind of gains a resolve. She says, Tiamat, his mother, will destroy him and all who count him as an ally. And when you do this, she gets very close to your face, and you can smell the acrid stench from her mouth.
Luta kind of gets scared. She says, he's an ally for now. My loyalty lies with the Harpers.
She says, fools worse than him.
I plan to use Cloth as long as I can before I have to depart ways.
She says,
or this new dragon is born again.
She tells you, spoken like a true spy. Maybe someone I could use in my ranks.
Damn, Harper's get in deep. That's out of the game.
If you play D&D, you know, so it's been a conversation here recently.
I tried to hone my skills as a spy. I failed several times, but I feel that I've gained much use of my skills nowadays. It's my party members that they're not as stealthy as I. So it's hard to do my bidding with them.
She says, so besides Cloth and Laosin, who else are you allied with?
Trying to think without giving anybody big to my allies here, we fight this common cause because the attack on the Greeneth, which I'm sure you have had something involved in.
An associate of mine, yes.
It wouldn't have bothered me as much, but a lot of women and children were slain.
Such is the cost of war.
It aggravated me to sorts that I've joined a few of them, which are here. And we started our own group, the Greenfield Company.
She tells you, I assure you, weak allies, every one of them.
I tell you, maybe they are, since one of them has thrown me out. I tell you, most of my allies are harbor agents. Some I don't know where they went. Some say there are. I tell her about, I can't remember the dude's name that got away. Remember on the caravan?
Oh, yeah.
I mentioned him, and I mentioned, I thought he was a friend, and I don't know if he's a friend or enemy, and he got away. But as far as allies, I've aligned myself with them, and Leoson's put us on this journey. Now, he has allies that I have never met or don't know who they are.
She said many harbor agents do.
And he held a lot of this secret from me for many years.
And such is a way of Harper's. How does that make you feel?
It strived me to be better. And it also strived me to question if even Leosin was tricking me. But I don't think that is the case.
What makes you think that? And she has a big smile on her face.
Because every time we're off doing something, something bad happens involving you guys, and we're not there. So I don't know if I'll fight on the right side.
So maybe a traitor amongst you, as I mentioned, is closer to you than you think.
Could be possible.
And she continues to have this wicked smile on her face.
Sometimes I wonder why he always distanced himself from me. Is it to protect me, or is it to keep me away from something? Maybe you can help me with that.
Now, are you trying to play her?
Not really. I'm trying to get her to...
Because you gave out quite a bit of information, more than what I thought you would have. So...
My character knows that these people are powerful. And she thinks in the back of her mind that these people know a lot before they even ask us. So she plays along to a certain extent.
Okay.
She knows Leo's is probably hard to get a hold of, like if they went after him right now.
Yeah.
So she'll say all kinds of stuff about him, because they already know who he is.
She asked, who else opposes us?
Definitely, because they've captured one, and I'm sure they've seen his symbols. The Order of the Gauntlet, definitely.
She's like, gnats. They pose no threat to us.
Wow. They speak as if they do.
She
Or
said,
he speaks as if they do. I don't know if they've interrogated him or nothing. So.
She says, in this fortress lies a very small fraction of Tiamat's power, and one alone can crush the gauntlet itself.
Wow. So that's very interesting. So I've seen you a few times before. What is your rank among you?
She says,
I'm a peasant in this group.
she says, it does not matter, for I am above you now.
You are. Many are, but what you can't see will what kill you in the end.
She says, I fear nothing. The Queen of Dragons blesses me.
How so? I'm not
She tells you I'm a word speaker. I am one of 5. And when she does this, you've seen many people in the caravan secretly throw their hand this spread out before.
I know that she knows I was on that caravan and tried to stop them. So
Yeah.
I'm going to ask the caravan had a lot of strange things on it. Was you over all that?
She laughs. We were just mere days ahead of you. And to think that you would catch us, fools.
I tell her, we tried to uncover stuff, but every time we did, it was too late.
She says, I'm always 3 steps ahead of you.
How did I become as skilled as you?
She says, join me, and we will teach you. She says, obviously, unlike the others, you're smart. You realize your predicament, but you also realize that some people you can't trust, and you're trying to figure out who they are. And when you do, with the power of Tiamat, we will crush them.
So it'd be hard for me to join.
She said, those who are the holiest of you, who even worship the great Bahamut, and Torm, and Ilmater, the Triad, succumb to our power. They realize the lies they've been told. Roll me a insight.
Okay. Yeah, that's a 7. I got negative on that.
I got 12, so you believe what she's telling you.
And I don't have a faith. I'm just lawful good in nature.
And you know who worships Torm in your party.
And I know the last time I asked Lilith if he thought it was good to get involved in an evil dragon to try to gain information, he said no.
And now look at here you are.
That time we was on our free will. This time I'm captive.
Mm-hmm. She asked, what did the Oracle tell you? Where is this Harshnag at?
Oh shit. I say he's an abandoned ally. He was only using us to do what he wanted.
You're lying.
Yeah.
So we will get deception.
God damn it. I want to fuck up here. What's the deception you said?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's a 15.
I got a 15 as well, buddy. She says, why would he leave you? You could tell that she's on to you.
Maybe he and Leosin lie in the same bed. Every time it gets dangerous, they run away and leave me somewhere else.
And where did you think he ran away?
So he came as a savior, just like Leosin. Had our backs against the wall, fighting all kinds of giants. Where's that place at? Golden Fields?
Mm-hmm.
Trying to keep them from getting in to get to the town. He appears out of nowhere, heroically wielding an axe bigger than you and I. Slayed several giants, and then we exchanged stories about what we were doing and what he's doing. He made it seem like he was on the same path as I, and wanted to We asked him if we can join him, and because it was same course of action, he wanted to find out why all the giants were acting as they are. Hill giants do not act the way they're acting right now.
She says hill giants.
Fire giants do not really venture down this far south.
They have not yet. I don't think they
Digging
have,
for stuff that kind of resembles your blade.
She says the sword, and she pulls it out.
Yes.
The fire giants look for this sword.
They have a piece of metal that looks like that.
And she looks back towards this man in red, and he looks concerned. He says, "Do you know where the fire giants lie?"
This is interesting. I was trying to get to see where it's, now I know she does not like them, but that's out of character.
No, that's fine.
My mini notes.
She,
You go ahead while I'm trying to find it real fast.
do you speak Draconic?
Oh, here they are. Do I speak Draconic? I forgot to write it on my new character sheet. But yes, I do. I speak Elven and Draconic.
Okay. Well, to play this, and to be fair, no one else did. So she assumes that you don't.
Oh, right here, sorry. Fire Giants. They're, what's the name of the village? Sorry. All down the Sword Coast.
That's Frost Giants, actually, down the
Well,
Coast.
to the north, to the,
You've been
yeah.
Fire Giants have been in the north, the centralized area
Yeah.
of the Sword Coast. She, in Draconic, because you understand it, she tells this man in red, "Go to Blakofkas, tell him to prepare an attack. Ask him if he knows of the Fire Giants. He tells you the Cloud Chaser will destroy them all."
Cloud Chaser. We've been on his boat before. I don't tell her that, but I'm thinking him.
No, you don't know. You've not been on the Cloud Chaser though.
Anyway, I tell her about the Fire Giants looking for weapons, the Hill Giants acting like they do, and then we told Harsnack about all this, and he thinks that if we go to the Oracle, we will find the answers we seek. All I know from that trip is the Oracle is not what it once was. It's been broken.
Why do you think the Oracle's been broken?
That I do not know. But he sent us, he left after that point. Said he had things to do to restore it. He said that's why all the giants are acting out of character. But he is the only, he is the biggest giant I think I've seen. But once he knew we was coming this way to continue to hunt the cult, it's another deception. He did not want to go.
Brave deception.
Oh, what do you call it? Oh, 15 again.
I got 12. So she believes you.
I'm telling half truths here.
Well,
Hanging on by the skin of my skin. 'Cause I want her to think like I don't like him no more. That's my goal. So we continued to head this way. We found out that there was a dragon in this direction. What's the stone giant town we went to? Or the place we went to, stone giant stacking us? I forgot the name of it.
Orobar?
Yeah, so we wound up getting in Orobar on our flying ship. And the captain suggests we not go over there because the elves do not like this flying ship because they know that it's a cloth. So we parked it and we went to Orobar and we found out that more different giants I've never encountered before, stone giants, were attacking places and out of character. They don't really do that. They don't go out and attack villages like per se. So we went to hunt them down. We wound up finding a mute one and he told us of the location of this dragon and this evil. Let's say this: the chick that cut his neck. What's her name? I don't want to say her name.
Cut whose neck?
The stone giant. Remember that scar?
Kyolithica?
Yeah. I say he speaks of a. I act like I don't know who this is when I say it.
Roll me a deception.
Kyolithica?
Jesus, I can't
Yes.
roll lower.
19.
I have 6. Hold up. I realize that don't give me advantage.
Okay.
Don't help me anymore. I have a 9.
Okay.
So, but
Act like I don't know who this is.
she
when I
tells
say
you,
that.
Blagofkas counts the stone giants as allies. Some even here on the ship.
We're on a ship.
She says, yes, you're on a giant castle.
Oh. Did not know this.
Mm-hmm.
I tell her, so they're allies. She sounds pretty evil. This Localtis character.
He?
I say, that's funny because I'm trying to act like I don't know who
Yeah.
it is.
He's an ally amongst us. He graces us with the presence of this castle, a fortress for the cult of the dragon.
I know I'm in deep as shit now.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to think here. She said that's as far as my adventure lied before I got brung here.
She tells you, Miss Silverstring, do not strike me as an unintelligent creature. Obviously, you are not as disgruntled as some of your friends. You have a way with words. You seem to understand things. You seem to want some things. You do not prefer to be lied to, correct?
I prefer not to be lied to, correct.
And would you say that you rather have allies that are honest with you?
Yes.
Um,
This is kind of funny because some of my allies were not honest to me.
she tells you, she's like,
She's not selling them out.
I have been open with you this entire time. She says, and I feel that you have done the same with me. I have gathered a great deal of information from you. She says, join me, and I will help you find the traitor.
I thought she knew who the traitor was.
She does know who the traitor is, but you don't know this.
Yeah. What is the course end game?
She tells you,
Does it match mine?
she tells you is it not obvious?
I know you want to be in charge.
She says, I am in charge. Look at where you're at.
Damn. Do I know if I join them if they're? I'm trying to find out. I don't want to take a mark or get some kind of shit on me where I can't get it off. I don't know if my character would know that.
Mm-hmm.
How do I know who my allies are if I join you?
She says, trust. Take the mark. Prove yourself to me. And I will show you power. Would you like a taste of that power?
Sits silent for a little bit. He says, yes.
The wave of her hand, the ice raises up into a wall this way between both of you, and it connects to your restraints around your hand and forms a handle that she takes. And when she pulls you, the ice around your feet shatters. And pieces on the floor, and they melt and form back into the floor. And she says, "Come, and I will show you."
I follow her. Is it her? Yes, her.
Yeah, she leads you out the door as the ice parts, and the cloaked figure and the man in red follow.
Can I go and look at them again?
The guy in red's very obvious. You can tell.
I'm talking about cloak figure.
You cannot see inside
Okay.
of his cloak. You
Okay.
can try,
I'll try.
but it's a very hard to see to bust.
No, I rolled a 1.
Yeah.
The one shot doesn't help me.
She takes you around this castle. This castle's huge. It's literally made for giants. So everything is massive.
I'm starting to think back in my mind they stole this from Giants. But this is what I'm thinking.
There's a light, foggy mist that covers the floors, and it might be about chest high to you guys, which she's like a good 7 foot. So, I mean, she towers over it, where to you it's about chest high. And even to this guy in the red and the cloaked figure, she takes you down into these icy tunnels. And these tunnels are not man-made, they're carved, this tunnel is. And she says, "Here, be still." She casts a spell on you. Are you going to try to resist?
Shit. I can't really.
No. You can. I mean, you if you want to save, you can take the save.
I want to try to resist because if it don't work, it might make my reaction different.
Okay.
But I don't know exactly what she's doing.
When she casts it,
Yeah.
she'll cast it on herself first before she
Okay.
casts it on you. She says, "This will help you tread the ice." She said, "If I'm to trust you, you must trust me."
I do not resist.
She casts spider climb on you. That way you stick to the surface when you walk. And
Interesting.
she takes you down these caverns and whatnot. It takes you a couple minutes to traverse these. These things are massive. They're like 30 by 30. They're huge.
Wow.
You get to looking and you notice there's all types of claw marks and gashes and whatnot going through them. Like where something massive.
This big tunnel thing?
Yeah, it looked like something dug this with its claws.
So what kind of beast does this?
She says, "It is no beast. It is a god." She takes you to this massive cavern, and it is cold. And where there's a light fog on the bottom, it almost takes up this whole cavern. It makes it very difficult to see. And you do speak of Draconic, correct?
Yeah.
All right. She yells out Draconic. "Glazelle, someone wishes to see you."
What's that?
Glazelle.
Glazelle.
Kind of like the animal.
shit.
Glazelle.
That's what I was looking for earlier.
You rat.
Interesting.
But,
The fire giants work. Sorry, out of the camera. The fire giants work with the cultists. And the calling of horns, where the hell that's at.
But,
Now my character knows.
this low growl rumbles throughout the cavern.
Sorry, I'm trying to get you on.
You're all right. And she, you can tell that she has this wicked smile on her face. But you don't hear anything besides this growl. And then you're standing there. Roll me a reflex save. A dexterity save, I should say.
Roll low. 12.
It's not close enough to you, it's just enough that it scares you, and you jump in the way, and her shoulder kind of turns with you as a chunk of ice falls from somewhere below you. And you can feel the force of this thing as the fog spreads out from its weight. Roll me a wisdom save.
Well, this is where I'm not proficient. A 16, but I have a -1 in my wisdom save. So I have 15.
You drop to your knees in fear as this huge white dragon lands in front of you.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and it growls and it says, "You wish to see me?" And its bright blue eyes are focused on you. And you are scared.
Yeah, I'm scared.
You're doing all you can to muffle your screams. Your pants are wet with urine. You're trying to scoot back away from it, but Rezmir holds you fast and you cannot move from it. And she's just looking at you with a smile. She says, "See a small fraction of our power." And this dragon is easily the sizes of the ones that attacked the caravan and took off with the wagons. And you're just terrified.
I'm too terrified to think of all that.
Yeah. And she bows to him and she says, "Thank you." And with one big thrust of its wings, it goes up into the fog and it dissipates and it goes into the darkness where you cannot see.
So this is above the ship, right?
No, this is below the ship in
Below
this
the ship.
big,
Okay.
giant, icy cavern.
Okay.
And you're just in awe and in fear of this dragon that was here. And she looks at you. "Do we have an understanding?"
I think it's quite frightening.
You say that and you're trembling, like your eyes
Yeah.
are streaming with tears. She says, "Join me. You could ride besides with such magical creatures as this. Join us. Worship them. Believe them. They will control all of Toril when this is said and done. And all will bow before T-Mad."
Are they? Who are the they? The white dragon? Oh, he said that name.
Yeah.
Wait.
This is Gazelle.
Are there others?
Gazelle. This is Gazelle the Cloud
See
Chaser.
the others like him?
He is one of many. And he is not even the most powerful among us. And again, you hear that grumble, that roar that shakes this cavern when she says that.
I'm getting the idea that he's not the only one on this ship. Oh shit! She could probably tell I'm just I'm terrified.
Okay, you're
about
terrified,
this.
yeah. And
I wish you wouldn't have brought me down there now.
the guy in red, he just looks calm, like he is not fearful or nothing. His demeanor is not.
He's the one that's got Or's gun, right?
And his demeanor has not changed. It's just calm. There's no worry on his face. The only time you've seen some concern is earlier. Other than that, his demeanor is
I
not
talked about
changed.
Fire Johnson getting a big thing out,
Mhm.
which I was so hooked on that. No, never mind. That's old sessions.
So she asked you, "Join us."
What's my initiation?
She says, "Take the mark of the queen."
That's Tiamat, right?
And she tells you, "All who are not of dragon kind must."
If I am not strong enough to carry the mark.
She says, "Then you shall be a meal for the gods."
Did all my allies take this mark?
One.
The betrayer of me?
The betrayer of you.
Yeah, she said one of them was like,
One of them
Sold
is
me
the
out.
mark, yeah. But here's the thing: how many allies have you named?
yeah,
It's
I'm
not them.
I'm only in with you.
So, but I mean, even though look at all the people you've talked about that's
Yeah.
considered an ally. So doesn't necessarily have to be anybody on the ship.
Yeah. Big question.
Your hesitation, you can tell, is really worrying her.
I tell her, the reason this decision is hard for me is because I'm good at nature and I don't feel like followers of Tiamat are. Not saying you're wrong. Just saying I don't know if I can live that lifestyle. But I'm going to die either or. She says, trying to think what to say that make a conversation not turn south.
Well, you need to hurry up and tell
Yeah.
me something. I'm gonna give you 20 seconds, starting now.
She says, tell me who my traitor is and I shall take your mark.
She says, once you take the mark, I will tell you.
Oh, damn it.
She says, I need faith in you before I give you anything.
In my mind, I know it's 20 seconds, but do I know of any Harper agents ever got into the cult of Tiamat?
Mm-mm. You're very low ranking.
For the greater good, this is a good ideal, because they're going to make me do some bad stuff. I'm looking at it as like infiltrating in, but I know that ain't gonna be good. But I think that's the best option right now. I think she'll kill me if I say no. Have I seen any cells besides the one I'm in? So I have no idea where my comrades are.
Mm-mm. None. And though you're the last of the ones that have done that, doesn't mean that they had theirs done before you either.
Yeah, they could not even been in this predicament.
Mm-mm. No, you don't know what anybody's with her. That's why I told no one to
So I'm
tell
looking at
nobody.
The back against, it's back against the wall. She's gonna die in here. These people are all more powerful. She has no gear. Her only option probably is to at least say that she's going to join this and take the mark, even though she might not mean it, but then I'm stuck with that mark. Where's the mark go at? On your hand?
Mm-hmm. No. Don't go on your hand. It's a burning hand.
Oh, I mean, like, where's it go at? Where's hers at when she showed me hers?
She's a dragon eye and she'll take one.
Oh, shit. Probably gonna take it on my fucking head then. I got pretty good deception. I can tell, I can lie to people. See how they do it. They damn to me anyway.
By this time, you guys are starting to walk back up to your cell. Like she's taking you through this cavern. No, she'd leave you here because you're scared.
After several moments of her kind of getting aggravated at me is what I'm thinking, and me thinking everything through. Oh, Luta goes, in the back of my mind I said, another stupid thing I'm about to do.
You say that?
No, in the back of my mind.
Okay.
Unless you can read my mind. I say, I bow to one knee and I say, I take Tiamat.
Do you believe? But you got to make her believe it. So you're gonna have to roll.
I wanted to roll
the deception.
I want to die if I don't roll this. Here we go.
Woo, boy, I rolled high too.
15 again.
I got a 16 just on the die.
So she knows I'm really not.
She tells you, do you take me for a fool? He says, take her to the cell.
Ooh.
So he cast a spell.
All that build up for me to fail.
Oh yeah.
He's got it.
Roll me a strength check.
Alright.
Draw one.
Yeah.
This guy in red, rolls his hands around and
shit.
he throws his hand out and you can feel it. It's almost like you're being force choked. And he does this and he raises you off the ground.
This is so bad because she knows I know stuff.
Resmir waves her hand and basically the shaft she was pulling you by reforms and it connects your hands to your feet. So now there's a piece of ice bounding your feet to your hands. And they take you up the hallway and it's very, very hard to breathe. Roll me a Constitution save.
Remember, this is the bad dice. I got it back out. They did get all the way to the end. Hey!
You need You need a 15.
I rolled an 18 on the dice.
Hey, that's good. You don't pass out. They take you to your cell. They throw you in, and she says, Reznir tells him,
God, I want to die.
punish her for her weakness.
I don't know if I'll gain all that information out of this game is worth this shit.
How many hit points you got left?
13. That's from last week.
Okay, well...
Well, it hit me to 0. Never mind. I have 0. Well, how many did I gain when I woke up?
You got about half your hit points,
Okay.
maybe.
Yeah, but I'm like, I got 55 total, so like 30.
Okay, well, that was 18.
Yeah.
That's 14, so that's a total of 32. That's enough to take you down.
Yeah.
He sits there and he snaps his fingers, and when he does when his hands open up, and it's burning hands, and he's just roasting you, and you're screaming and fell around, and the pain's too much,
Yeah.
and you pass out and hit the floor.